you have a plan to increase security in places like that?
The district has up-to-date and well-tested emergency response plans.
12 seconds remaining, Jackson. Time it over!
This program was produced by Lenape District Television.
We're here at Lenape High School on this gorgeous Tuesday afternoon to catch a field hockey matchup between the Cherokee Chiefs and the Lenape Indians. Hi, I'm Jack Watson here along with Mr. Scott Glossner. Mr. Glossner, what can we expect from today's matchup?
Well, it's a district matchup, so anytime two district schools get together, Jack, it's always a tough and hard-fought contest. Both of these teams struggling to find an identity, trying to get on the right direction towards a successful season. I look for a very low-scoring contest today, and I look for the team that capitalizes on their chances to come out victorious here.
Certainly something to watch out for. Stand by. We'll be back after these messages.
This program was produced by Lenape District Television. By Comegno Law Group, specializing in general and special education law, representing individuals, families, public boards of education, and independent schools. 888-313-IDEA or ComegnoLaw.com. Wilmore School of Gymnastics, where every child is special. In Mount Laurel, 856-234-5292. And in Medford, 609-654-9337. Medford Village Car Care, serving the area's car care needs for 30 years. Located at 11 North Main Street in Medford, 609-654-4023. Philadelphia Wholesale Produce Market, all the best, all right here. 215-336-3003. Or on the web at www.pwpm.net. For information on how your business can become a sponsor of LDTV Sports, contact Joe Malagrana, LDTV Underwriting Manager, at 609-268-2000, extension 8680, or by email jmalagrana@lrhsd.org.
And welcome to this field hockey matchup between the Lenape Indians and the Cherokee Chiefs. Now let's go to our LDTV Sports Sideline Report, brought to you by AXA Equitable. AXA Equitable, providing millions of customers with life insurance, annuities, and other needs-based products since 1859. AXA Equitable, be life confident. 732-452-7275. Now let's send it over to Lauren Clements with the report. Lauren? And we'll get to that sideline report shortly.
Well, Jack, a beautiful afternoon here at Lenape High School. Both these teams, you know, they know each other well. Some interesting sidelights to today's contest. Coach Moretti from Lenape is a teacher at Cherokee. Her and Sarah Justice, the head coach at Cherokee, went to the same college. They actually roomed together and played together on the same team. So that adds a little, I guess, excitement to the game. You know, you're trying to always one-up a good friend. But that's not about the coaches, it's about the players. Cherokee's a young team. They've struggled a little bit in the beginning of the year. They've had one close contest against Cherry Hill East. But they're looking to break out here this afternoon, and Lenape knows that. So they need to be at the top of their game to try to add another victory to their record here this afternoon.
Oh, well, certainly so. As we look at this Cherokee girls squad in the huddle. Certainly what proves to be a very exciting matchup here today. And now we're going to send it over to Lauren Clements. Lauren?
Thank you, Jack. I had the opportunity to speak with both the Lenape and Cherokee head coaches, and I asked them about what it was like being in college together and now being coaches against one another. They said that although it does make for a nice rivalry, they talk most days, except for the days of games, of course. I talked to head coach Miss Justice at Cherokee High School, who says that the team's weakness is their lack of experience, with many new sophomores and junior starters, but who are still adjusting to the tempo of being on a varsity team. However, she says that they have been adjusting well and really stepping up to the plate. I also spoke with head coach from Lenape, Miss Moretti, who said that the team is also a young team with a lot of new juniors and sophomore starters. When asked about the aggressiveness of the team, she says that the potential is there, but it just has to come out. So she's been working to make practices more aggressive and with a faster pace to get them used to the pressure. Back to you guys.
Well, certainly something to watch out for in this one, as Scott mentioned. This big rivalry between the two coaches who roomed together in college. Certainly adding another level of excitement to what proves to be an already exciting game.
Yeah, Jack, and this is going to be it'll be interesting to see who is able to, I don't want to say maintain possession, but who's able to dominate maybe. That's what you're looking to do. Dominate your opponent, keep the ball in their end of the field. And I think keys today are going to be on those corners when the foul's called and the ball's out on the corner and you can set up a set play. Always a scoring opportunity, and that's going to be a key. As to which of these two teams can convert is going to probably come out victorious here this afternoon. Both teams now heading out onto the field after their respective huddles from the coaching staff. Last-minute tips from each of them. Coach Justice, very young team, as she said earlier today.
And now we're going to turn it to our AXA Equitable keys to the game. AXA Equitable, providing millions of customers with life insurance, annuities, and other needs-based products since 1859. AXA Equitable, be life confident. That number is 732-452-7275. And now looking at our keys to the game, especially for Cherokee, Cherokee's going to need to capitalize on all of the scoring chances that they get.
Yeah, anytime that ball's loose inside the penalty area, as they call it, the scoring zone, as I refer to it, you need to try to get the ball in the cage.
And for Lenape, moving the ball well, certainly an aspect in this one.
Yeah, making good passes, finding the open player, and then converting when you have that opportunity and get the ball down into their zone as often as possible.
And for both teams, solid defense an aspect. And we're off here at Lenape High School. The Cherokee Chiefs in their visiting orange and the Lenape Indians in their defending whites. As a bit of a scrum for the ball, Lenape trying for a scoring chance here, but I believe the ball was tangled up there for a second.
Yeah, there's an obstruction, and you'll see a lot of that today. There's certain positions you can't prevent the ball from going through with your feet or anything like that, and your stick. So, but one good rule change that they made a couple years ago was the continuation whistle, which it used to be you had to line everybody up and get set and all that. Now you hear a whistle, you can put the ball down and just go. So it makes the game move a little quicker. It keeps the flow to the game, which is great for the athletes.
Definitely good. A very good addition, especially with the pacing aspect of the game. As the ball moves out to center field, as Lenape tries to generate a chance here, trying to pass it through Cherokee defenders. And now Cherokee trying for a chance here, moving the ball up towards center field. As Lenape pushing for a chance here, trying to go through a right down the middle strategy here.
Good defense there by Rebecca Moretti, but it's back to Lenape, but now taken away again, and now Lenape recovers again. They're in that zone right now for a possible scoring opportunity, but good defense by the Chiefs there, prevent it.
And now trying to move the ball out, but it will roll out of bounds.
Number 2, Natalie Peel on the attempt there for Lenape, but it went wide of the cage, which means it'll be Cherokee ball. And they'll start things off. Number 12, Noelle Schillinger for the Chiefs.
The Chiefs inbounding the ball now. Chiefs moving the ball out to center field, trying for a scoring chance here with their 4 forwards moving up. And certainly an aspect to watch in this game. Two teams that are extremely defensively strong.
Yeah, neither team has given up a lot of goals except for the one game for Cherokee, but both teams are defensive-minded. You know, and you get that when you're a young squad. You'll have better defense than you will offense, I believe. And so that could be a key to today is whose defense breaks down first.
Certainly something to watch out for.
Number 24, Brooke Yarsinski there on the far side, trying to make her way through a couple of Lenape defenders, including number 4, Sarah Jubanik.
And number 20, Rachel Smolfus, a senior. Something to look out for, especially on this young Cherokee squad. 2 freshmen on varsity. Those are Lily Fox and Joelle Wash. Offense and midfield, respectively. As the ball is inbounded near midfield.
Attempted pass to the right wing is defended strongly by Lenape. Number 22, Katie McKenna. McKenna sends it away now.
And Lenape pushing for a chance here. Lenape moving the ball well. Trying to pass in front of the net.
Alexa Colfer, number 15. Keeps it in. Now going to try to center it. Oh, nice defense there by the Chiefs to break that up.
Lenape certainly trying to utilize that centering pass as Cherokee tries for a clear, but it went weak.
Yeah, Lily Feldman did a nice job, though, to clear that out of harm's way for her teammates. Oh, good stick work there.
Steal there.
Can't quite make out that number, but that was a nice play. Number 8, Rachel Lamb.
Now Cherokee trying to move the ball, and Lenape has moved the ball well quite early in this game. And this will certainly be an aspect that Cherokee will need to look out for in this one. Now moving the ball well.
Oh, shot wide.
Trying for a shot, but as you said, it went wide. Now scrum for the ball up in front. Can't quite make out the numbers, but it is cleared out. And now at the top of the key, we're going to get a whistle. It's going to be Lenape ball.
32, and if 32, if that's what it is, that's Victoria Rawdon, as we have it on the roster. So who had that shot attempt from the right inner position and just shot wide. Now here's our first corner, and here's a big play. Here's a big scoring opportunity.
And the Chiefs inbounding the ball. Trying to chop at it are both teams.
Lily Feldman, number 16 there.
And we've got another whistle.
We've got another corner. Last time they looked for Feldman, that's who it is again. Oh, it takes a bad hop, but she's going to get a big drive away and a good save by the Lenape goalkeeper, Sarah O'Connor. So there was our first real shot on goal, and Sarah O'Connor, the Lenape goalkeeper, was equal to the task.
Sarah O'Connor, a senior here at Lenape High School.
Katie Henderson, number 10, with the ball for the Chiefs. Kind of a little miss-hit, but happened to go right to her teammate, number 9, Tara Zulli.
And Cherokee tried to move the ball up the sideline. Now trying to go toward the center here, and we're going to have a whistle. Ball is now Lenape's as the ball is put into play by number 22, Katie McKenna. And now trying to move the ball in front of the net, trying to hug the sideline there are the Lady Indians.
Number 14, Kaylin DG Marino. If I pronounce that wrong, I apologize to the DG Marino family. Again, a whistle. It'll stay possession now, Cherokee, and there's a obstruction call there, so Cherokee maintains possession.
Cherokee will move the ball up. Cherokee trying for a chance here. Going to be another whistle moving toward the Lenape zone.
Oh, good lead pass away to number 15, Alexa Colfer.
Trying to move the ball in front of the net, trying to go through the right side passage, but it rolls out of bounds. And a inbound pass sails above the heads of multiple players.
Tara Nesney.
Trying to move the ball out in front here. Lenape trying for a chance here. Trying for a cornering. And it is
going to go off Cherokee, and I think we're going to have a Lenape corner.
And a good chance there for Lenape early.
Looks like number 11, Jenna Priori, is going to take the corner. Now, normally they'll look for the person closest to the circle. That could be number 22, Katie McKenna, or could be number 9, cherlen913.
Inbounds by Lenape, taken from the top
McKenna,
of the key.
but she didn't get much on that shot and defended pretty easily by the Chiefs.
Taken by 16, Lily Feldman, the junior over at Lenape, playing defense. And now a scrum for the ball out toward midfield. And we've got another whistle. It's going to be moved in by number 9 of the Chiefs.
Tarazuli.
Trying to hug the sideline are the Cherokee Chiefs with their offensive approach. And it will sail over the stick of number 22 for Lenape, Katie McKenna.
Ball hits off an ankle. If it hits the opponent's foot or ankle or any part of their body while you're moving it, that'll be a violation. You'll hear a whistle, and Lenape, or whoever has the ball, will continue on down the field. There's a stick obstruction there.
And a tight game so far, back and forth, as Cherokee with the steal.
Oh, nice little touch there by number 23, Jess Havers.
Cherokee moving the ball up. They have a chance here. Shot scores!
Looks like number 23, Jess Havers, going to get the Chiefs on the board first this afternoon.
And Havers.
Well, Havers intercepted the pass, halfway between the midfield and the goal line, and then brought it right down. Looks like we got a timeout by Lenape. I think you're going to get the goal by number 23, Jess Havers.
Lenape a little sloppy on that defensive play there. Letting up that pass through the middle.
So our first goal of the game will go for the Chiefs, and Jess Havers, a real solid individual effort there by Havers.
Oh, well, certainly. She puts the Chiefs up 1-0 early in this field hockey matchup.
She picked off the pass about, midway between the midfield stripe and the goal line, and took it down in and got a great scoring opportunity, and did not miss, and finished it off by drilling the ball into the cage, and puts the Chiefs up 1-0. And here's our replay.
And now time to go to our Cherry Hill Nissan replay. Cherry Hill Nissan. Visit us on the web at cherryhillnissan.com. Cherry Hill Nissan, the friendly Nissan giant.
And there she is. That's after the interception, and the real good shot low to the stick side. And it was good enough to beat the goalkeeper and put Cherokee up 1-0.
A great shot coming off the stick of Havers. Now on the attack are Lenape. Lenape trying for a quick chance here.
That's McKenna, 22. Shoots it wide, and it's going to be possession Cherokee.
Utilizing those passing lanes, definitely an issue for both teams.
Well, we talked about the good, solid defense, and it was an attempted breakout by Cherokee or by Lenape that was intercepted by Havers and resulted in the offensive thrust and ultimately the goal. There's a nice crossing pass, but blocked by the Cherokee defense.
That was number 2, Natalie Peel. And play will stop.
We're going to get a corner here for the Indians. It's going to be number 11, Jenna Priori, going to take the corner. And we'll see who she looks for this time. Last time it was McKenna. I also see, looks like number 8 there maybe, Caitlin Dariff, along with number 9, cherlen913.
And 2
it
forward.
Jumps off McKenna back to number 2, I believe that is.
Peel takes the ball up, trying for a pass out toward the key. But it is collected by the Chiefs. Chiefs hugging the sideline now, but it is quickly intercepted right back by Lenape. Lenape handling the ball in midfield.
Oh, good ball there by Katie O'Brien.
And a big windup with a great pass, and Peel trying to move the ball up. Peel with a pass.
DG Marino.
Trying to go on net here.
Looked like that was Alexa Colfer. But again, just good defense there, and deflected the ball over the end line and goes out off Lenape, so Cherokee's possession. Rachel Smalfus battling the ball there with number 24 of Cherokee, Brooke Yarsinski.
Lenape trying to make a concerted effort here with offense as the ball will be collected by the Chiefs. Number 8, Rachel Lamb. And Lamb winds up for a big attempted pass, but it will be collected in the Lenape zone. And Lenape trying to move the ball up. Lenape trying for a chance here. Lenape hugging the sideline, trying to get the ball out, but caught between multiple Cherokee defenders and passing right through the defense, but it was hit out. And the ball rolling.
There's a good save off a shot from Alexa Colfer.
Big save. And it will go off a foot.
And looks like we're going to have another corner. That'll mean Jenna Priori.
I believe Priori has taken all of the Lenape corners so far.
Usually you have one person that does it. Oh, good play.
And a good pass right up in front. Trying for a chance here.
Good play by Nesney to settle the bouncing ball down, but eventually Cherokee's defense was up to the task and didn't let him get a good shot on goal there.
There were some good inbound passes there as Cherokee tries to collect. Moving along midfield.
Megan French over to Rebecca Moretti.
And Moretti trying to move the ball out. She'll take it herself here, but hit toward a Lenape defender. Lenape trying to move the ball up here to midfield. And both teams chasing the ball now as it is led up the sideline. They'll try to pass it out, but I believe it went off a stick there.
Number 20, Rachel Smalfus, trying to get it somewhere in the scoring area.
And the Chiefs awaiting this passing decision and an interception. The ball's now moving the other way. And a very good interception by Cherokee's number 23, Jess Havers, who scored the first goal of the game and is now moving the ball up. Collecting the ball, big windup, passing right in front. It goes past the Lenape defender, but it is collected.
Obstruction, stick obstruction against Lenape, it looks like, and so we're going to have a Cherokee corner. Haven't been able to see who the Cherokee corner person is. Oh, it's Jess Havers, number 23.
And that's a good pass out. Winding up for a big shot that rolled. And now the ball in front of the net. Looking for a chance here. It comes off multiple sticks.
Megan French was right there, number 20, giving a couple whacks at it, but wasn't able ever to get it on goal to Sarah O'Connor. And so Lenape will take over possession and go back the other way.
And Lenape will move the ball out toward, or Cherokee rather, trying to move the ball out, and it'll be an obstruction here against the Chiefs. And it's intercepted by the Chiefs, trying to be collected by the Indians. And now the Indians moving the ball up toward midfield. Utilizing those passing lanes early on are Lenape. And now a big chance. And I believe she tripped.
Yeah, Kaylin DG Marino lost her balance over there. Lenape was able to maintain possession, though, which is pretty amazing. She stayed with the ball even though she went down to get it to a teammate.
She looked a little rocked there, but getting up under her own power.
We're just past the halfway point of the first half. Cherokee still up 1-0. Lenape's looking to try to get something inside there, but good defense again by the Chiefs. Number 24, Brooke Yarsinski.
Ball tried to be moved out toward midfield by the Chiefs. And it appears as though we'll get an inbound. And now the Chiefs moving the ball up toward their offensive zone. It's a scrum for the ball out toward left mid. Ball rolls. And I thought Lenape was going to collect there, but the Chiefs snatched the ball. And now Lenape's defense being diligent in taking away those passing lanes so far.
In about the last 6 or 7 minutes, we haven't had really any scoring opportunities being played about, if you had yard markers, which you don't, but about between the 20s. A lot of the play being played in the midfield area at this point. Both teams very staunch defending to let anybody into their scoring area.
And Lenape tries to move the ball up here. Lenape moving toward the key, but it will be taken by the Chiefs as an obstruction against Lenape. We have another whistle here. And the Chiefs will move the ball up. Fighting for the ball and move toward the 5-hole. Trying to hug the corner now are the Chiefs. It's a scrum for the ball out toward the corner. And now moving the ball out toward the front are the Chiefs. The Chiefs with an aggressive offensive attack on this one.
Number 10, Katie Henderson, tries to get it into
and a big
center.
wind-up pass. Tries to move the ball out.
Goes over the end line, so ball will go over to Lenape's possession.
And a substitution for Lenape. Coming off the field will be Smolfus, and coming on will be number 33, Melanie Spiegel. The senior coming in on defense for the Lady Indians. And now the Chiefs with a chance.
Havers
a shot
again.
on net. Was it in?
No, I think it went wide because it's going to be Lenape ball. It's not going to be a corner, so I think Jess Havers just shot it wide.
Well, that's a good chance by the Cherokee Chiefs.
O'Connor may have gotten a piece of that to deflect it, but obviously I thought that at first, but obviously not, or it would have been a corner. So
now it's gone out of bounds as we approach the 12-minute mark here at Lenape High School. The Chiefs won, the Indians nothing.
They battle for it on the right wing.
And the Chiefs seeing the ball well as they pick off that Lenape pass. Now getting down and dirty are the Lenape Indians, certainly trying to utilize their size.
I'm going to say ball hit off her shin there, so that's going to go back over to Cherokee.
And the ball moves out of bounds.
I'm going to say it was off Cherokee, so Lenape maintains possession. Looks like number 25, Julia Rosenblatt.
Rosenblatt tries to move the ball out.
Again,
but
blocked.
Another obstruction.
Yeah, ball hit her shin, so that's one thing about this sport. You can't stop this with your shins like you can in soccer or anything like that. So that's quite the difference.
Now moving the ball toward the corner are the Lenape Indians. The Indians passing the ball very well, but it will be stopped by a Cherokee defender.
Yeah, Lenape's made some nice centering attempts, but Cherokee seems to always be there to stop, before it gets into the area where it could be a scoring threat.
And certainly, as I was going to say, lots of centering attempts from the Indians as they try to move toward the sideline and pass toward the center.
All right, Jenna Priori now is going to set up another corner. She's going to look for either Taylor Nesne or looks like 22 McKenna's there. There's Nesne. Moves
it's inbounded, moving toward the net. Trying for a shot, but she clips the grass as it will be collected by the Chiefs. Chopping out the ball now. And tries to move the ball up with number 31, Katie O'Brien. The Indians playing up their defenders, trying to get as many sticks on the ball as they possibly can. And now moving the ball up is number 9, Taylor Nesne.
But again, Cherokee's defense is right there.
And it will be another
against Lenape, so Cherokee will continue moving up the field. Good block there. Nesne breaks through the other way.
Breaking through the defense, trying for a chance here. And moving the ball through the defense. That was some good deking moves there.
Yeah, rolled in on the goalkeeper and a nice kick out by the goalkeeper.
Now moving the ball up are the Chiefs. And it is stolen by the Indians. A big winding shot.
Nice kick out on that last one. The ball rolled in towards Samantha Rubin, the goalkeeper, and she made a nice job to kick it way out so there was no rebound laying in front or in the crease area. So nice job by Samantha there just a couple minutes ago.
And the Chiefs will inbound here. The Chiefs in their own zone now, very successful in their defensive endeavors.
Yeah, they've really kept Lenape out away from, in front of the goaltender Samantha Rubin. Done a nice job there defensively. And as has Lenape, except for that one goal that Havers got loose on and drilled it into the corner.
And Peel will pass the ball out to Nesne. Nesne hitting the ball with a big winding slap. And now trying to move the ball out towards center. Lenape have a chance here, but it will be deflected, as I believe there was an obstruction up there. As the Chiefs try to move the ball up toward the center.
Number 16, Lily Feldman again. Nice long pass.
Very nice passing game with the Cherokee Chiefs so far, eh?
Katie O'Brien was there, though, to collar it for the Indians.
We'll get another whistle here as it will move the Chiefs' way. And now the Chiefs with a chance here, trying to move the ball up. Tight Lenape defense as it will be slapped away. And 13 on the Chiefs, who is Sarah Novak. And a big winding slap shot. Cherokee pushing for a chance here.
They were looking for number 3, Rebecca Moretti, who was in and behind the defense, but ball never got through to her and then went out of bounds, so over the end line, so it'll be Lenape possession.
Big chances so far for the Chiefs. And some good defense by the Lenape Indians as we approach the 7-minute mark here in the first half. The ball will roll out of bounds. As it will be Lenape ball. Inbounding the ball for Lenape is Nesne, the midfielder. Now moving the ball.
Clear. The race is on for it.
And it'll be an obstruction, I believe.
Called against Lenape.
And a whistle now.
Oh, we have a card of some sort. 6-19. So it'll be a 2-minute penalty.
And now Cherokee moving the ball out toward the corner, trying to hug the corner here. As the Chiefs trying to move the ball out there, a big winding slap, but it is defended by the Indians. And a whistle here.
And the ball will go over to Lenape.
And both teams trying to capitalize off the mistakes of each other as the ball moves out toward the midfield. And Lenape puts the ball into play here. And trying to move the ball out toward midfield, or the key rather, are the Indians. And now Cherokee Chiefs with a big pass out toward the right. And hugging the sideline are the Chiefs out toward midfield there.
So with the penalty called on Lenape, Natalie Peel, Lenape has to play a girl short for 2 minutes. So sort of like in regular ice hockey, they're on a power play. So Cherokee has a man advantage right now.
Certainly trying to capitalize on this power play opportunity for the Cherokee Chiefs.
And strong defense by the Indians because Cherokee has not been able to get anything going. And here comes Havers, though.
And Havers has had a hot stick early in this game.
Again, nice clear out of there by Lenape off to the side.
Cherokee seeing the ball well through the passing lanes. but the Indians will try to move the ball out. Collected by the Chiefs, but they will be approached by 2 Lenape defenders. And now there's going to be a substitution for the Lenape Indians. Coming onto the field will be number 20, Rachel Smolfus, and coming off, number 11, Jenna Priori.
So the penalty is over now to Natalie Peel, so she heads back onto the field, and the man down situation is now over.
And now the Chiefs will inbound. And the Chiefs cornering. And a winding slap out toward the key.
Oh, nice pass.
Big
across.
pass over there, a big one-timer, but I believe it went off the body.
Very nice from the corner to this side, and then a crossing pass. As you said, set up a one-time opportunity, but weren't able to capitalize, and Lenape takes back over possession.
And utilizing the passing lanes are the Chiefs. Now it's a scrum for the ball out toward the middle. And the Chiefs trying to move the ball up, but it's going to be an obstruction against the Indians. And the Chiefs trying to move the ball up, but is knocked out.
Yeah, Lily Feldman was trying to set something up there, but the Lenape defense was equal to the task. Now we've got an obstruction call, stick obstruction, so it'll again be Cherokee ball, number 8, Rachel Lamb, with a big drive, bouncing.
Went off a body there.
And I think it went off a Cherokee body, so they're going to call Lenape ball.
Lenape will hit it the other way now. And a big, airy shot there. Now moving out toward midfield.
Kaylin D.G. Marino, number 14, attempted to get it out to the side.
Now Cherokee pushing for a chance here, and there's going to be another whistle.
Megan French on the attempt, but a call against Cherokee, and now here comes
and this will be inbounded by McKenna. And an interception from the Chiefs. The Chiefs moving up now. Chiefs utilizing those passing lanes, but there's going to be a stoppage of play here. And hitting the ball out toward the middle are the Chiefs. And as we approach the end of this first half.
Yeah, we're down to about a minute and a half remaining in the first half. Still a 1-0 game. The fairly early goal by Hayward. Here comes Lenape.
Lenape with a chance here. Lenape with a centering pass. Holding. And it will be moved out toward the corner. And some good defense from the Cherokee Chiefs. The Chiefs will now move the ball up toward their own end.
1 minute.
And a big centering pass as we approach the 1 minute mark here in this game.
Tangled up in her feet.
And now moving up the ball are the
Havers.
Chiefs. And some very good defense from number 31, Katie O'Brien.
Yep, she was right there. Nice job to break up the opportunity that Cherokee was trying to get to head towards the goal. Cherokee's played a strong defense. Not that Lenape hasn't, but Cherokee really hasn't given Lenape many opportunities.
And certainly we've seen a tight game so far.
And that's what we expected. We didn't expect it, to be a 6-5 game. We figured it would be a low-scoring game with two teams that are struggling offensively. But I'll tell you, the defense has certainly ruled the day so far. We'll see if any changes are made at halftime by the coaching staff.
And a big winding pass centers toward the midfield. Now moving the ball up. Moving past the Cherokee. Cherokee moving the ball up now. They've got a chance here. Holding shot. Kick save. And that'll be the end of the first half.
So big save at the end of the half there by Sarah O'Connor of Lenape. I'll tell you, if that one goes in, it's a big difference between 1 goal down and 2 goals down at the half. But we're through one half here at Lenape High School. The goal by number 23, Jess Havers, is the difference so far. And at halftime, we've got the Lenape Indians trailing the Cherokee Chiefs 1-0.
And O'Connor sends the Lenape Indians out during this half with a big save.
Yeah, it's huge. I'll tell you, like I just said, you know, one goal down, anything can happen. But you get that second goal down with a team that's playing as tough a defense and as tight a defense as Cherokee is. That's a tough comeback, 2 goals down. Teams will gather it, get some water break, get some instruction from the coaches, try to change things up. Some of the JV kids will head out on the field.
And it's the end of the first half here at Lenape High School. The Cherokee Chiefs lead the Lenape Indians 1-0.
So pretty much just what we expected, Jack. You know, it's been a tight defense, low-scoring contest, and I expect it to continue in the second half.
Oh, definitely. Anything to look out for in Lenape's game?
Well, I think they've got to take better advantage of their corners. They've got to find a way to get through that Cherokee defense. They've had the ball, you know, 15, 20 yards from the goal several times, but haven't been able to get anything in close to get a decent shot on Samantha Rubin. So I think maybe Coach is going to try to find some different ways to attack, either from a centering standpoint, crossing passes, or just maybe some hard drives towards the goal that maybe get deflected or bounce Lenape's way to result in a corner and a possible scoring opportunity.
And we'll see you in the second half. We're going to take a short break here at Lenape District TV Sports. The score, 1-0 in favor of Cherokee. We'll be right back.
Today's game on LDTV Sports, sponsored by Comegno Law Group, specializing in general and special education law, representing individuals, families, public boards of education, and independent schools. 888-313-IDEA or ComegnoLaw.com. Wilmore School of Gymnastics, where every child is special. In Mount Laurel, 856-234-5292. And in Medford, 609-654-9337. Medford Village Car Care, serving the area's car care needs for 30 years. Located at 11 North Main Street in Medford. 609-654-4023. Philadelphia Wholesale Produce Market. All the best, all right here. 215-336-3003. Or on the web at www.pwpm.net. For information on how your business can become a sponsor of LDTV Sports, contact Joe Malagrana, LDTV Underwriting Manager, at 609-268-2000, extension 8680, or by email, jmalagrana@lrhsd.org.
Hey.
Hey. Dad, what are you doing?
Yeah. What am I?
A burrito?
No.
A larva?
A larva? No. I'm a joint.
Actually, you're a little too fat to be a joint.
So you know about joints?
There's no wrong way to talk to your kids about drugs. Need help? Get help. Visit our website at drugfree.org.
Welcome back here at Lenape High School to this field hockey matchup between the leading Cherokee Chiefs and the Lenape Indians. As we get set to begin the second half here of field hockey.
Be very interested to see what Lauren's sideline report. I think she got a chance to talk to both coaches to see what they have to say about their reaction to the first half and what they need to do to improve for the second half.
And we're underway in this second half here with a big winding slap pass out there toward midfield, and Cherokee pushing for a chance here. Cherokee utilizing those passing lanes early in this second half. And will Lenape be more aggressive in this half? Certainly something to watch out for.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments Coach Moretti made for the Indians. Coach Justice has to be
now
pleased.
moving.
They've got a lead at halftime, which I don't know if they've had that all year. So A good first half, certainly from Cherokee's perspective. Probably not as pleased from Coach Moretti's perspective.
As the Cherokee Chiefs' chance destroyed over there, as Lenape will move the ball up. And Lenape utilizing that.
It's a good job by Natalie Peel keeping the ball to her right and really shielding it from the defender.
And the Lenape offensive squad all bundled up there in front of the net. As we will get an obstruction. Stoppage of play here.
And over to Cherokee it goes. Look for number 13, Sarah Novak. She gets it into the center. A little push ahead for Megan French.
And early so far,
And
big passes. Big passes from this Chiefs offense.
We'll go the other way now. Oh, nice interception there by number 13, Sarah Novak. Sarah Novak doing a nice job there in the midfield portion of the field.
And back and forth passes here as Cherokee pushing for a chance here.
Oh, nice interception defensively by Lenape there. Number 19, Emily Hunt, with a nice defensive play. Ball goes over the sideline.
Rolling out of bounds. Lenape ball. Cherokee ball.
Cherokee ball.
Oh, I thought it went off a Cherokee stick there.
Good inbound.
Centering pass. But it rolled off a defender, I believe, and it's Lenape ball.
Yeah, Rebecca Moretti had a pretty good opportunity to move it in, but a nice defensive play by the Indians prevented that.
And now another nice defensive play by the Chiefs, and the Chiefs trying for a chance here. Scrum for the ball out in midfield. And now an obstruction here. Cherokee Chiefs ball. And a big winding, airy pass there.
I think Moretti was looking for a whistle that never came. Not it did come.
And Cherokee ball at the top of the key.
Rachel Lamb. Nice step in front there by Taylor Nesne.
And Nesne with the pick. Now moving out toward midfield are the Lenape
Priori.
Indians.
Impeded by number 12.
Priori with a big pass. Now moving the ball out toward the corner.
Kaylin DG Marino on that far side now looks to center.
Centering pass here. Ball being moved out toward the right of the net here. And now out toward the left corner, left behind the net. Big shot, and I believe it was a save off the pad.
Yeah, Samantha Rubin appeared to get a pad on that to prevent it from possibly going in her goal. Looks like it's going to be a corner for the Indians.
And now time to go to our AXA Equitable sideline report with Lauren Clements. AXA Equitable, providing millions of customers with life insurance, annuities, and other needs-based products since 1859. AXA Equitable. Be life confident. 732-452-7275. Now let's send it over to Lauren Clements with the report.
Thanks, Jack. I had the pleasure of speaking with both coaches during halftime. Miss Moretti from Lenape said that the teammates need to individually work harder so that the team can play better as a whole. And Miss Justice from Cherokee said that although they did score the first goal, that it is not enough and that Lenape will be hungry to score. Thanks, guys. Back to you.
And thank you, Lauren, for those comments.
While we're gone, we had a corner, as you were watching, we had a corner attempt for Lenape, but again, they haven't had much luck on those corners today, which is very unusual for the Lenape team. Usually they're much more proficient on their corner attempts.
Trying to capitalize on those chances. Lenape trying to move the ball out toward the front, but it is collected by almost 6 Cherokee defenders out there in front of the net.
And a whistle, and we'll go the other way with Cherokee possession.
And early on in the second half, we noticed Cherokee's big defensive game.
Yeah, and Lenape appears to have picked up the pace a little bit. They're much more aggressive.
And now we're going to take a look at the replay for Cherokee on the Cherry Hill Nissan replay, sponsored by Cherry Hill Nissan, on the web at cherryhillnissan.com.
There's a nice shot in there, and there's the kick save.
A beautiful kick
by
save
Samantha
there.
Rubin.
As we jump right back in here, the ball being moved out toward the sideline.
Yeah, Priori with a nice pass, but broken up by the Cherokee defender.
And a scrum for the ball out toward the corner. Lenape tries to move the ball out, but I believe there's an obstruction there.
Emily Hunt's going to take a big drive from out deep.
And fighting for the ball are both teams. There's a big chance out there in front, moving the ball out, but it is intercepted by the Cherokee defense. Now a scrum out in front of the net.
Natalie Peel working hard to keep it in. There's a shot.
And a big shot and a big save off the kicker.
Alexa Colfer with a nice shot and another save by Rubin. So Lenape has picked up their play here at the opening minutes of this second half.
Lots of chances here. Now Lenape trying for another big chance and a big glove save, pushing the ball out of bounds. A beautiful save by that Cherokee goaltender, Samantha Rubin. And it'll be a corner. And being moved inbound by, I believe, number 11, Jenna Priori.
Right along the end line.
And a big centering pass. Tried to get out there, but there's going to be a stoppage of play.
And ball goes over to Cherokee.
And now a hit out toward, trying to set up a play are the Cherokee Chiefs, but it is intercepted. Big aggressive play from Lenape.
Emily Hunt doing a nice job. She was the one who got the ball on near the goal last time. Priori.
I believe Priori tried to get a pass out there to
nice little chip ball there.
Number 2, Peel. Peel tried to move the ball out toward the front, but it was picked off by Cherokee. It's going to be Cherokee ball now, moving out toward the other way.
Oh, nice interception step in there by Emily Hunt. She's fighting for it. Gets it, now looks up and tries to center.
And utilizing that centering pass there, trying to hug the corner, now moving out toward the front. Big pass. Big shot.
Peel, it's loose in front.
Is it in?
No.
And a stoppage of play. Some great.
It was right there. I'll tell you, Lenape is pushing the issue right now, Jack.
And a fantastic defensive
and
play.
Cherokee's going to take a timeout. Coach Justice, great timeout there. She kind of saw that her team was back on their heels, so she wants to get a timeout to get the team to regroup a little bit. A couple of good opportunities right there around the cage area for the Indians.
Definitely some great passing attempts from the Lenape Indians, and we've seen a drastic change in this Lenape strategy here since the first half.
So Lenape came out, you know, we talked about at the half, Jack, what changes would they make? And Lenape came out with a much more aggressive, offensive-minded team concept here in the second half, and they've put 4 or 5 balls right in front of goalkeeper Sarah Rubin, who's made 2 big saves already in this half to keep the Chiefs ahead 1-0. Each team gets 2 timeouts per game, so they've each used 1 now, so they have 1 more remaining. And this is a smart timeout by Coach Justice. Her team was, I'd say, reeling a little bit. They felt as though they were being dominated by the Indians, and break up some of that momentum. Coach Justice wisely uses a timeout to discuss things with her squad.
Certainly.
Be interesting to see if any of the momentum changes, because we've played the majority of this half, and we're only about, what, 6-7 minutes into the half? But Lenape, it's a half that so far, this 6-7 minutes have been dominated by the Indians offensively. When we do resume, it will be possession for Cherokee.
And a great afternoon for hockey out here at Lenape High School.
Yeah, it's a beautiful day. It's a perfect day, you know. It's not too hot, not too humid. It's a beautiful fall day. And after the timeout, play back in, and Cherokee now moves away, but there's another breakup by the Indians.
And Cherokee with a centering, Lenape with the centering pass as Cherokee tries to move the ball out. Cherokee trying for a clear here, but Lenape moving the ball out toward the front. Lenape with a big centering pass, but some great defense from the Cherokee Chiefs as breaking up that offensive chance.
Well, Lenape came out of that timeout just as fired up as they were before the timeout was called, but now there's a long break for Cherokee.
Huge pass, huge clearing attempt.
And that's Jess Havers, our goal scorer, now on the right side.
Jess Havers with the only goal here in this matchup. And turning the ball over are the Chiefs. And the Indians will move the ball up now.
Natalie Peel. But her pass attempt is intercepted by the Chiefs. But comes right back.
The Indians utilizing that sideline attempt. They'll coast to the sideline, and then they'll move the ball out toward them.
Taylor Nesne with a long pass, trying to look for number 15, Alexa Kolfer. There's Emily Hunt again, centers it.
Big centering
Natalie
passes
Peel
from
there.
some big centering passes from the Cherokee Chiefs.
And we're going to have a corner for the Indians.
Lenape Indians with some good attempts early here.
So that means Jenna Priori. She's looked for Nesne a couple of times. You also have McKenna out there.
Priori's been a very good passer early in this one. As we approach the 20-minute mark here in this second half, 20 minutes to go as the ball moved out.
Caitlin Dariff is out there.
And some nice deking moves out there. A big winding pass and a save. Huge save from the Cherokee goaltender,
Samantha Rubin. So Samantha Rubin has been the difference here in this second half as Lenape has turned up their offensive heat, really putting pressure on the Cherokee defense and the Cherokee goalkeeper.
Cherokee making a substitution here as the ball moved out toward the left side of the cage.
Temporarily stopped there by Rebecca Moretti and sent the other way by the Chiefs.
Cherokee playing a defensive-minded game, trying to move the ball up there. And a big pass toward the middle.
That's Kolfer.
Lenape trying for a chance here. Lenape will move the ball out toward the right, where it will be collected by number 15. That's Alexa Kolfer on the midfield.
Now Cherokee takes back possession, and then it goes right back to Lenape again. Then we have a whistle, and it'll be Lenape ball. Here comes Priori.
And a big centering pass. It is stopped. And a big shot.
And another save.
Huge attempts from Lenape, and great defensive effort from the Chiefs.
Now that's another corner. Jenna Priori. You know, you keep going to the well with these corners, giving up these corners as Cherokee is, and it's going to come back to haunt you, I'm going to guess. That's my prediction. They're going to get one here before long because they are just peppering the goaltending area and the goalkeeper. Goes through McKenna.
And a big shot, big pass out there. Big winding passes from Lenape early on in this offensive zone, as there will be a whistle.
And another corner.
As we just passed 18 minutes left here in this second half.
Oh, big, real tough bounce there for Nesne.
Played perfectly, though. And now moving out toward, and we'll get another whistle here.
It's going to be Lenape ball. Katie McKenna.
Lenape starting toward the top of the key now. Another whistle. Lenape will start again from the top of the key.
That's going to be off the ankle, so it's still going to be Lenape possession.
Lenape moving the ball well early in this second half.
McKenna tries to weave her way through, and this time it hits off her own ankle, and so it'll go over to Cherokee.
A little bit sloppy there from the Lenape Indians.
Oh, we got a timeout. I think we're going to get a penalty here. Oh, and this time it's going to be again on Lenape. Second one of the game for Lenape, Alexa Kolfer, and that'll put Lenape a girl down.
Ooh, certainly not good as we almost approach the half-minute mark. That penalty's not good for Lenape.
Oh, long ball. Now the race
big long
is on.
pass, and the Cherokee Chiefs have a chance here.
Cherokee
moving in, and a big kick, and it goes off.
And that's going to result in a corner.
On a big fast break there, handled perfectly by O'Connor, the goaltender.
Now, Jess Havers, the goal scorer, had been taking the corners before, and I assume she will again. See if she looks for number 8, Rachel Lamb. She's in the scoring position. And it does come to Rachel Lamb. Bounces away from her. Oh, and a nice play. But it goes back to Rachel Lamb.
Pass,
with
a shot. Scores!
Wait, do we have a goal or no?
Is it in? There's a bit of controversy out there.
We'll know in a minute. No, it is not a goal.
Oh, and it's a no goal.
I was going to say, you'd know in a minute if they were bringing it to the midfield stripe, but they did not. So the call is
another
no goal.
Another shot attempted.
Defended nicely by the Indians.
And Chiefs right back on the attack here, trying for defense. Now toward the left side of the cage. And hit off a defender again. And a big centering pass. But the Lenape Indians with some excellent defense out there. And Lenape trying to get another offensive chance. They've been very aggressive on the offense, but in the past few minutes, the Chiefs have been dominating the offensive strike of the game.
Yeah, they got that player advantage and almost took advantage of it to knock home the second goal. There's Yarsinski, nice little scoop pass to herself. Oh, following up there nicely, number 13 for the Chiefs is Sarah Nowak.
And hugging the corner are the Chiefs.
They battle for it along the line. Possession will stay with Cherokee.
Cherokee trying to line up for another chance here, switching to a more offensive-minded part of the game as the ball moving toward the left side here. I believe there was an attempt down there.
Penalty is now over to Alexa Colfer, so they're back at full strength, but now it's another corner for the Chiefs, Jess Havers. Last time she looked for number 8, Rachel Lamb.
Could not capitalize on that power play opportunity.
Now they've got number 16. I think that's Lily Feldman in the scoring position, and Lily Feldman's shot just goes a little too wide. Not sure if it was a shot or a pass for Tarazuli. But either way, it goes out over the end line, and so Lenape will garner possession after the ball goes across the end line off of Cherokee last.
And 14-19 left in this second half. And now moving the ball out toward the right side, trying for a chance are the Cherokee Chiefs. As the Chiefs seeing the ball well on the offensive try, they got a chance here.
Nice defense at the last minute. That was the last defender, really. I think that was Priori, too.
And trying to center here are the Cherokee Chiefs. The Chiefs with a big shot, and it was moved out by a Lenape defender.
Well done, too, because that one may have ticketed that far corner. Another corner, this time from the far side for Jess Havers.
Havers, the lone goal scorer in this matchup.
Now let's see who she looks for here. I see Rachel Lamb's in a scoring position there. She would appear to be the one that they're trying to get it to, and that is correct. Again, a bad hop, but it comes back to Lily
big
Feldman,
winding
a big
shot.
drive that goes well wide.
Goes to the left side of the cage. Big drive there. Very aggressive, certainly, off the corner.
So that'll be Lenape's ball now.
And Lenape will try for another offensive attack. And Cherokee on the offensive now. Cherokee trying to move the ball out toward the front of the cage.
It hits off Jess Havers, so that'll be a ball go over to Lenape as it hit off her ankle or inside of her leg. Katie O'Brien sends it up.
And out toward the corner now.
They battle for it. Going to be a stick obstruction on Lenape. Or excuse me, against Cherokee, so Lenape maintains possession. Attempted pass for Colfer.
And now hugging the sideline.
Some room down the right side. A nice centering pass looking for Natalie Peel.
Big pass. Peel now with the ball. Peel with a big deke around the defense. Now centering for a chance here. And I believe there was an obstruction there. Not sure who will gain possession here.
That's going to be Lenape.
Oh, it's going to be Lenape. And Nesne will take this.
And they're going to rule a corner. Yep.
Thought it was going to be a top pass. But
And there goes Jenna Priori to take it.
Priori, a very good passer thus far, especially from the corner.
Looks like Katie McKenna this time is in the what I would call the scoring position, because that's usually used they get it to. See if they make a move with cherlen913 to go towards the goal here. No, it goes to 913 across. She deflects nicely.
Now the ball moving toward the right side of the cage. A big centering pass. Shot.
Oh, I think
and I believe it went off. Did it go off a defender or was it a save?
We'll have to wait and see. I couldn't tell even. Went off the goaltender or a defender because it's going to be Lenape ball. They ruled it went over the end line off of Cherokee, so Lenape at the far side.
11 minutes left here in this second half. And Lenape trying for a chance here. There'll be a whistle.
And the ball will go over to Cherokee. See if they try for a big clear here for the Chiefs. No, they tried to work it out, and Lenape was right there to stop it. So
and
back
a big
come the
winding,
Indians
bouncing
again.
pass. Centering for the ball. Trying to center at least.
That one hit the foot of the Lenape player, so that'll go over to Cherokee. And here,
the Chiefs will,
like Rachel Lamb.
Chiefs will get a desperate stick on the ball.
Over here to Yarsinski on the left side.
Now trying to clear.
Tries to make her way through two defenders and does a nice job, and then really
and a big bouncing pass and a breakaway here.
Moretti going to get there first. No, nice defense, Katie O'Brien.
Great defense there. And it's going to be an obstruction here, slowing down the game. Now trying to move the ball out toward the front.
But deflects off a Cherokee foot or stick, and going to be Lenape ball.
And Lenape moves the ball, trying to move the ball at least. Lots of
Rachel Lamb.
Lots of defensive pressure from the Indians.
Big drive by Rachel Lamb.
And a huge drive
for Yarsinski. But that ball goes out and over, and it's going to be Lenape possession. As we are now under the 10-minute mark remaining in this second half. It's going to be Cherokee ball on the far sideline.
And taking this will be, I can't make out the number there, but I believe it's number 9. And now moving out toward, trying to move toward their offensive zone, but it is picked off. And the Chiefs becoming more aggressive on the offensive stand. Only 2 defenders trying to play back there. And I believe it will be a Cherokee inbound as Cherokee tries to move the ball out here.
Number 10, Katie Henderson, tries to get it into the center.
And Lenape with a big clearing attempt, but collected out toward midfield.
Oh, nice play by Colfer to take it away from Henderson.
Big steal there, moving the ball up. And hugging the corner there, trying for a centering pass. And some big scrum out there, and the Chiefs will collect.
Yeah, Lily Feldman stayed right with her, never gave up on it.
Chiefs seeing the ball well, very well, as we approach this 8-minute mark here in the second half. And a big no-look pass. That was from number 9, cherlen913, who's been excellent on these offensive drives.
Little one-on-one battle there between Moretti and Priori.
And I believe the pass was intended for Natalie Peel.
It's going to go over to, it's going to stay with Lenape now.
And now putting the ball in play. Now the Chiefs will try for an offensive attack, but it is intercepted. And now moving the ball up the sideline, trying for a chance.
That's Havers.
And the Chiefs hugging the sideline now, moving up toward the sideline.
Cuts it inside a little bit. Stays with it, though.
And the ball rolls out of bounds.
Morgan Ryder, number 1, and Julia Rosenblatt, number 25, check in for the Indians.
Rolling the ball out now, it just coasted out toward the front of the cage.
Under 7 minutes now remaining, so it's got to be a little bit of desperation time now, Jack, for the Indians.
Oh, certainly, definitely trying to get some of that aggressiveness that we saw early in this half on the offensive attack. As the ball moved out towards center. And now it'll be a Cherokee Chiefs inbound. And the Chiefs out toward midfield, and a big spiking pass.
Which will go wide of the net and over the end line, so Lenape will take possession over.
Couldn't quite make out where that ball went.
And we're right about 6 minutes now remaining in this contest.
The Chiefs still leading 1-0.
So 1 goal behind, 6 minutes to go. Clock runs. The only time it really stops is for a penalty.
Or a timeout.
Or a timeout or a goal. So it is a game that keeps moving, and that's what's nice about it. Even with all the whistles that you hear on the TV screen, the ball keeps moving.
And now the Indians trying for a chance. The Indians trying to move the ball out in front, looking for those passing lanes. Now, moving out toward the front of the cage. The Indians tried.
Morgan Ryder there did a nice job. It's going to result in a corner for Lenape.
And we've seen an extremely exciting matchup out here. Very tight. Low scoring, as you mentioned earlier.
Jenna Priori's out there to take the corner. McKenna's in there. Nesne's in there. That's Nesne with the ball, trying to cut inside 2 Cherokee defenders. Nice defensive play.
Great clear.
By the Chiefs. I think that's number 8, Rachel Lamb, who's had a strong game at her midfield position. She may not have the goal, but she's played a very strong game. She's also been the person that's received many of the corner attempts by the Chiefs.
And it's a scrum out toward the middle. Peel tries to collect for Lenape.
Ends up resulting in a turnover and ball over to Lenape. There's Priori.
And a big pass over to Peel. Peel now moving with the ball. Peel cutting inside, trying for a centering pass, but there will be a stoppage.
Gonna be Lenape ball though, Priori. Oh, fight for it, nice. Both girls. Gonna stay with Lenape though.
And the Indians will try for a chance here.
Nesne tries to cut inside 2 defenders, but broken up by the Chiefs, and away they go.
And now the Chiefs collecting the ball.
Havers.
Going very quickly and very aggressively are the Chiefs. And now the ball cuts
moves
toward
up the right side to Moretti.
And
well,
I believe it's
there to defend.
And a big scrum for the ball. Cherokee showing some aggressiveness
We've
late.
got a whistle. It looks like it's going to be maintain Cherokee possession, I'm guessing. Yep, on that far sideline, Jess Havers. Big drive, trying to get it in front.
Now bouncing out toward the middle.
Oh, nice defensive play. Was that Colfer?
And I
no, that's Emily Hunt. No, I think it's Emily Hunt,
oh,
who's had a strong game defensively for Lenape.
the ball gets some air now as it moves out toward, and the Chiefs trying to keep the ball in bounds. And it'll be Chiefs ball. Chiefs trying to move out toward the front of the cage, definitely trying to. And they tried for a big pass there as the Chiefs moving the ball. And a big deke there.
It's loose. We got a whistle, and this ball's going to go over to Lenape.
And some defensive.
We got a timeout, I think, for the Indians. Their second and final timeout.
And the Indians.
One of our 2 officials coming over to let the score table know who called the timeout. And Lenape called the timeout. That'll be their second and final timeout, so they'll have none remaining. With 2:38 remaining on the official clock, Jack. 2 minutes, 38 seconds for the Lenape Indians, who really dominated the first, 8-9 minutes of this second half. But thanks to the incredible goaltending of Samantha Rubin, that 1 goal by Jess Havers has held up. They've had many opportunities, haven't been able to cash them in. And we talked, Coach Moretti and I talked before the game. that to be successful today, they're going to have to cash in on the opportunities, and they haven't. And Cherokee really has had limited opportunities, but the one they had, Jess Havers, drilled it home into the cage for the only goal of the day, and so far it's stood up with just over 2.5 minutes remaining in the contest.
Certainly.
Wonder if Coach Moretti has some secret trick up her sleeves for her Lenape Indians to try to get the goal that'll even this contest up. When time comes back in, it will be Lenape possession.
Now the ball centered out toward the Lenape scoring zone. Lenape tries to defend here.
There's a nice steal by Rebecca Moretti.
And a big opportunity
and
for the
Jess
Chiefs.
Havers. Oh, just fanned on it at the last minute. Couldn't tell if that was McKenna might have gotten in the way. I think it was Katie McKenna that kind of disrupted the opportunity from Jess Havers as she was looking to put the icing on the cake, so to speak.
As a big pass
Rachel
out toward
Lamb.
the left.
That's Nowak. Got a violation against Lenape, so Nowak comes back now to Lamb.
And now
they battle for it. Going to still be Cherokee's possession. And this time it's going to go out, and it's going to be Lenape possession.
Still 1-0 late in this second half. Very late.
About 1.5 minutes to go. Lenape has possession, but a long way to go down that field, Jack. Ball goes, nice save to keep it in.
Great job keeping it in bounds. And
Brooks Yarsinski, though, kept the ball, and now she's got it, and she's moving in, and she takes a shot. Deflected out by the defense.
The Chiefs making it tough for the Indians to come back as being very aggressive on the offensive attack.
You know, they always say the best defense is a good offense, and Cherokee has not let up the last couple minutes when they've had the ball. Now we're under 1 minute to go in today's game, and something miraculous has to take place here for the Indians now. Now there's the first thing. They got a whistle, and they'll have possession and a long drive.
Big pass out there, trying to move the ball toward midfield.
I'll tell you, Brooke Yarsinski just stepped in front of that pass and prevented the ball from going any further downfield. There's Nowak. It's going to be Lenape's continued. And now now we're under 30 seconds. One of the advantages of our broadcast location, we're right next to the scoring table, so they've got the clock right next to us.
And nearly 30 seconds to go here. The Chiefs making it very tough. As I said earlier, for a Lenape comeback, the Chiefs trying to move the ball, and it will be a stoppage in play.
Big drive by Nowak. And we're down under 10 now.
And the Chiefs pushing for a scoring chance, 10 seconds left.
I don't think they'll have to worry now. And there it is. There's the final air horn that lets us know that this game is over, and the Cherokee Chiefs get their first victory of the season today, defeating sister school Lenape 1-0 here at Lenape High School.
It's certainly a very, very tight matchup today. The Chiefs come out on top. The lone goal scored by number 23 of the Cherokee Chiefs, Jess Havers.
Yeah, and that was early into the game. I think that was the first 10 minutes of the game when Jess Havers put the goal. That was our tally today.
And now that the game has ended, we'd like to take a chance to thank our crew for this game. Michael Morosky, Lauren Mucili, Jeffrey Price, Adam Darengowski, Scott Buck, Amanda Montague, Director Tim Connolly, Brandon Hughes, Brandon Harris, Jake Schulman, our sideline reporter Lauren Clements. I'm Jack Watson along with Scott Glossner. We thank you for tuning in today.
Well, Jack, now all we have left is to figure out what to play, and I think that'll be an easy decision for the Truck today, the play of the game, since there was only one goal. But the player of the game, there's a lot of candidates. Of course, there's Jess Havers, who had the only goal. But I'll tell you what, in the first 7 or 8 minutes of this second half, without the solid play of goaltender Samantha Rubin, could have been a whole different story today. But as the ending comes, it is the Lenape Indians on the short end of a 1-0 defeat at the hands of the Cherokee Chiefs. And that's got to be a very encouraging thing for Cherokee, who had been winless, a young squad. Both these teams are young squads. They both played very tough today.
Certainly. And the Indians, as you said, on the short end of the stick, so to speak, as the Cherokee Chiefs come on top, 1-0. Here on this Tuesday afternoon the Chiefs improved to 1-3, while the Lenape Indians gained their 3rd loss of the season. Once again, that final score, 1-0. And now we're going to take a look at our play of the game, our All-State play of the game, In Good Hands. Sponsored by Michael McDyer, CLTC 609-654-1426, or Michael McDyer at allstate.com. Allstate, you're in good hands.
Well, despite a ton of saves by Samantha Rubin, it was pretty easy for the Truck today to pick up their play of the game, and here it is. Jess Havers makes a nice interception, walks in on goal, and gonna drill it into the far side of the cage. Coming up, there's the shot, and there's the goal. The only tally of the contest.
Great job of capitalizing on those opportunities, which was one of our keys to the game, our AXA Equitable keys to the game early in this one. And we got lucky today. We got to see a great matchup between two highly contested teams. And our next game, our next LDTV broadcast will be the GCIT Cheetahs against the Lenape Indians in varsity volleyball action, only on LDTV Sports. If you'd like to purchase a copy of today's field hockey matchup between the Cherokee Chiefs and the Lenape Indians, please visit www.lrhsd.org/LDTV copies. That's www.lrhsd.org/LDTV copies.
And now the JV squads, after the varsity are done, the JV squads take over. This is the younger squad that will be the feeders for the remainder, or for both of these teams coming up in the future, although both of these teams are extremely young. So that bodes well for both of these teams in the future.
And we're going to take a short break. We'll be right back with the player of the game. Once again, the Cherokee Chiefs,
Jess.
1-0.
Havers. Sam Rubin, the goalie.
Welcome to Heroin. Enjoy your stay.
And we're back here at Lenape High School as we witness the JV squad moving out onto the field now. But the varsity game ended in a 1-0 score. The Chiefs picking up their first win of the year, and certainly a big one. And it was a tough decision in the Truck, but our reconstructive orthopedics player of the game is the goaltender for the Cherokee Chiefs, who made a shutout performance. And that was the reconstructive orthopedics player of the game. 1-800-896-RECON, or on the web at www.reconstructiveortho.com. Let's send it down to Lauren Clements, standing by for the interview.
So Sam, you were given player of the game. How does that feel?
It feels great. I love it.
Thank you. And now tell me, what was the energy like on the field today?
It was very high. It was crazy, but it felt great to win.
All right, now congratulations. I know this is their team's first win of the season. How can this win help motivate you guys for the rest of the season?
Well, we love winning, and it motivates us to do better and try our hardest, and the outcome is great.
All right, well, thank you very much. Congratulations again.
Thank you.
And there's our player of the game, Samantha Rubin.
Thank you for that interview, Lauren. Samantha Rubin with some excellent saves in this game.
Yeah, she was the difference, Jack, at the beginning of the second half. Lenape really came out on top of their game in the second half and had 4 or 5 real good scoring opportunities, a couple of big saves, and without the stellar performance by Samantha Rubin, especially at the beginning of the second half, this outcome would have been completely different.
And once again, the score of this varsity field hockey matchup between the Cherokee Chiefs and the Lenape Indians, 1-0. The Chiefs coming out with a stellar win today in this highly contested matchup. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Jack Watson, here along with Scott Glossner, and for everyone here in LDTV Studios, I'm Jack Watson. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
Thanks, Jack.
a plan to increase security in places like that.
The district has up-to-date and well-tested emergency response plans